Ongoing success during one's time at university does not just happen by chance. It's the result of hard work, perseverance through challenges, and a strong game plan. A proven college game plan is what you're going to hear about in this video. Hi, I'm Harry, and welcome to another Standard Practical Knowledge video. I've been teaching at the university level, public and private colleges, for over 20 years. And during that time, I've taught thousands of students and engaged with hundreds of faculty. In this video, I will be sharing insights and strategies that will position you for success in the classroom and position you for a meaningful overall college experience. Practical tips that I'll discuss in this video address smart scheduling, deciphering the class code, developing good test-taking strategy, adopting effective time management skills, engaging in campus life outside of the classroom, and accessing your on-campus support network. Additionally, I'm going to offer 10 bonus Lightbulb thoughts for your consideration. Okay, ready? Let's get started. Tip 1, smart scheduling. So, are you an early morning person or are you a night owl? Clearly, the time of day in which you're most mentally alert will influence your class scheduling. However, smart scheduling goes well beyond that. You also need to think about who's teaching the class, the mix of rigor between your classes and the overall semester workload, alignment with outside classroom activities and responsibilities. The right academic schedule can make a huge difference in semester learning, grade outcomes, and stress level. And stress matters because earning your degree is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, let's examine these pieces of the scheduling puzzle. 1, who's teaching the class? When I was a cadet at West Point, I was required to take a course in political science. I had zero interest. The first day, the faculty walks into the classroom limping across the front of the class. He was a war veteran who had shrapnel through most of his body, so he was moving pretty slow. Over the term, he wove a fascinating course that integrated theory with practice. He shared stories about conversations he had in the White House Oval Office. The class was great, and I learned what it was to be a good teacher. I ended up with an A. In contrast, I'm in graduate school, and I'm in a class I was really looking forward to. That course was taught by a PhD student. Over the course, the faculty simply talked theory and stood up there reading his research. It was perhaps the worst course I ever took. I ended up with a C because I was unengaged. So what's the lesson? If possible, schedule classes taught by the best faculty. Go online and check student reviews. Ask your peers. When you're engaged and interested, you will do better in the classroom. Lightbulb thought number 1. If the course doesn't feel right, consider dropping it early rather than struggling all semester. The table shown here is representative of the timeline for withdrawing from a class. Within a couple weeks of the course, you're permitted to drop the course without a W, withdrawal, appearing on your transcript and a full refund. About 2/3 of the way through the course, you're permitted to drop the course, although a W appears on your transcript and there is no refund. Of course, dropping the course late when you no longer have the ability to replace it with a different course could impact your progression towards degree completion. That must be a consideration, so consult with your academic advisor. 2, the mix of class rigor and overall semester workload. When scheduling your classes, think balance during the semester and balance across semesters. Consider scheduling at least one course each term that you would consider fun, maybe extremely interesting, or within your area of strength. Remember, you have the ability to move your pieces of the schedule in combination, positioning yourself for greater success. Lightbulb thought number 2. If you're on scholarship, then it's particularly important to schedule some easier classes in the first year. That's because retaining the scholarship often depends on maintaining a certain grade point average. With a smaller number of classes, your GPA, your grade point average, is greatly impacted by one lower grade. A lower grade later in your academic career, for example, junior or senior year, will have much less impact on your overall GPA. 3. Alignment with outside activities and responsibilities. Your outside activities and your personal responsibilities are also a factor in selecting your schedule. That may force schedules that are less than optimal. For example, taking 4 back-to-back classes. However, you have to do what you have to do, right? Lightbulb thought number 3. Register for classes as soon as the portal opens for you. This is important because classes fill quickly. If locked out of a class, then register on the wait list while still filling out the rest of your roster to have a full course load. If an opening occurs on your waitlisted class, then you can just drop one of those other classes. Tip 2. Decipher the class code. The class syllabus is your roadmap for classroom success. It contains a wealth of information. You should also reach out to your network of friends who have taken the course. For the most part, the course taught in the prior term, including learning objectives, curriculum, format, and maybe even activities, will be quite similar, or maybe the same. What works one term with a particular faculty is likely to work in the next term. The syllabus is a class contract between the faculty and the student. It defines what you'll learn, what is valued by the teacher, for example, developing skills, conducting research, how the course is graded, when assignments are due, and when office hours occur. Look at the course learning objectives within the syllabus closely. If the intended outcomes of the course are to help students develop creative and critical thinking skills, then the test and the assignment should be designed to allow students to demonstrate those proficiencies. Next, focus on the grading matrix and any examples of exemplary work that are provided. You've probably heard the saying, you can't hit the bullseye if you can't see the target. Well, that certainly applies here. Understanding what is valued, what's expected, and reviewing samples of quality work provide the target. With that in mind, take aim and score high. Lightbulb thought number 4. Effort goes a long way with most teachers. Your effort, enthusiasm, and personal growth over the semester or the term will often impact the final grade assessment. Work harder than the teacher and show your genuine interest. Tip number 3, time management. Let's assume you're enrolled in 5 classes. You're a member of 2 academic clubs and participate in an intramural activity and like to socialize with your friend. Oh yeah, you also need to get some sleep in there. How will you manage all of that? The answer, time management. Time management is the intentional process of getting yourself organized. This is a skill you'll use during and after graduation. It involves writing down prioritized goals, mapping out the timing of your classroom deliverables, planning your efforts for the given week and over the semester, with special attention to those weeks that are particularly busy. For example, weeks with multiple exams or multiple projects are due. Lightbulb thought number 5. Learn to say no to distractions and hello to your electronic calendar organizer. Saying no to distractions is an important element of effective study skills. Other aspects of effective study include creating a space conducive to study, determining that optimal time of day for your study and work on class projects, reading selectively when time's an issue, and establishing reasonable time limits on projects, and staying true to those time constraints. Lightbulb thought number 6. The grading rubric within the class syllabus is the starting point in setting time limits for assignments. For example, the amount of time and effort you spend on a project worth 15% of the overall course grade would be considerably less than for a project worth 40% of the course grade. Do the math and plan accordingly. Tip number 4, test-taking skills. I believe that going into a high-stake examination with good subject matter knowledge but lack of solid test-taking skill is like playing basketball with one hand tied behind your back. It's probably not going to go as well as you hoped. That happened to me in graduate school. I was enrolled in this summer course that tested completely using multiple choice exams. I was getting low B's and C's, and that which was frustrating because I knew the material. Fortunately, the Career Center sent out an announcement about a 1-hour test-taking workshop. That made all the difference. Learning prudent test-taking strategies completely changed everything for me in that class. Grades jumped to the high B's and A's. Lightbulb thought number 7. Test-taking skills can be learned. Learn them. Apply them on low-stake quizzes. Assess your outcomes and then go into those higher-stake exams with confidence, knowing that you're using both hands. Good test-taking strategy, those skills include the following. Answer the question being asked. If you're unsure, then ask the teacher for clarity. Underline or circle important words in the question prompt. Don't dig too deeply into the question. Avoid this thinking, well, if this is true, then that's the answer. If that's true, then that's the answer. That never helped me, and I doubt it's going to help you. Rather, identify the concept being tested and focus solely on the information provided in the question prompt. Eliminate wrong answers first. Multiple choice exams are all about eliminating wrong answers first. Try to get down to 2 answer responses and then use your knowledge to answer the best answer response. Now, here's the hard part. Don't change your initial answer unless you read the question wrong. Respect time management. If you have a 25-question exam and 75 minutes to complete it, then you need to work on a 3-minute pace. Not every question at 3 minutes, but over a couple of questions, they have to average 3 minutes. Failure to respect time management will cause panic or could cause panic at the end and cause you to skip questions in which you would have known the answer. If you have an essay response, then I recommend taking a couple minutes to quickly outline your response. One of the best test takers that I know shared 2 valuable insights with me. First, he would put himself in the shoes of the test writer and think about what was the most likely response that the writer was looking for. And second, he worked exams like a giant crossword puzzle, looking for answer hits in one question to answer another question. Lightbulb thought number 8. Don't disrespect the golden goose. Nearly every teacher will have some free or extra credit points. They may come in the form of attendance, participation, or maybe even extra credit. Don't throw away the opportunity to pick up those points. If you don't have enough time to complete an assignment, then turn in a partial assignment. Being awarded partial points are valuable when it comes to calculating your overall semester grade. Just say no to zeros. Tip 5, campus life. Your college experience, particularly during the first year, will be enriched when you reach out to make connections and engage with other students who are reaching out to you. Get out of the dorm room. Interact with other students in your class. Consider taking advantage of any experiential learning activities on campus. And experience the weekend campus, where there's a very, very different energy. Lightbulb thought number 9. Consider joining at least one academic club and one social club. That interaction will help you find your community, and community is an important aspect of the holistic college experience. There will be a variety of experiential activities that are open to you, including clubs, treks, internships, travel abroad, field research, intramural activities, work-study projects, informational interviews, career fairs, and guest speakers. Take advantage of some of these. Talk to your academic advisor and faculty about possible opportunities. Consider volunteering for service learning opportunities and accept leadership positions with campus organizations. College is a wonderful time of discovery, and campus life outside of the classroom is a big part of that experience. Tip number 6, campus support network. Over the past 20 plus years, I've come to appreciate the myriad of campus services available to students. You're going to discover that your institution offers a variety of services that are there to assist you during and even after your on-campus college career. Campus support services typically include academic advisors, career centers, health services, counseling centers, disability services, first-generation student support, the library, physical wellness services, resident life, financial aid office, technology support, and recreation services, just to mention a few, right? Lightbulb thought number 10. The staff across the campus support centers are there to help you. Don't hesitate to reach out for help. In this video, you learned 6 practical tips for succeeding at college or university. They include smart scheduling, deciphering the class code, good test-taking strategy, time management, campus life outside of the classroom, and on-campus support network. When you put that game plan into action, you're positioning for classroom success and a meaningful experience. Well, thank you for watching this practical knowledge video. I wish you a wonderful college experience, one that allows you to discover more about yourself, your interests, your values, your gifts, your goals. Please take time to embrace the possibilities, channel your inspirations, and act on the breadth of opportunities that will be available to you. If you found the video useful, then please tap the like button. I hope to see you in a future video covering education planning or one of my other videos offering insights on financial literacy. Bye for now.